Well, a lot of things have happened since I last saw you guys in June last year. For starters, I had a baby, a little baby girl. She is 6 months old. That's pretty much been keeping me busy. Business is going on as usual, and I'm busy as usual with my hosting on the breakfast show on TV7. So it's all good. Okay, yes, tremendously. You know what? I used to love wearing accessories. I'd wear really big chunky necklaces or bangles, and I can't do that anymore because I have a little baby and she's sitting in my lap. If I'm wearing a necklace, she'll be pulling at it, or bracelets and things like that. So I've got to keep her in mind when I accessorize, when I dress up. I always told myself that, once I become a mother, I don't want to be, completely forget myself and just wear t-shirt and jeans and, be completely boring. I wanted to make sure that I maintain my certain fashion sense. But every time I do that, I've got to think, is this baby friendly, unfortunately. So I try and keep things probably a little bit simpler, a lot more practical, but with little pieces of Aishah here and there. Well, I love vintage second-hand stuff. I wish we had more thrift stores here in KL. I have walked into a Kedai bundle once or twice to look out for pieces here and there, because that is actually recycling. You're recycling your clothes. That aside, whenever I go shopping, I bring my own bag. No matter how nice the store bags are and how much they insist, please use our bags, I usually just carry my own shopping bag and put all the clothes inside. So, no matter which store I go, instead of coming back with tons and tons of plastic bags or paper bags, I just have one big, cloth sack full of clothes. And when choosing clothes, it's nice if you can find eco-friendly clothes, being organic cotton. But that's not so easy to find here in Malaysia. Not yet. One day we will look for that. But if you have that option, what you can do is you can choose that. A lot of designers out there are actually choosing to go for a more eco-friendly path. But that aside, if you don't have that opportunity or that option, you can always just bring your own shopping bag, like I do. Well, it's because it's very important for us to incorporate eco-friendly things, environmental friendly elements into everything we do. And fashion is a very big part of our lives. Whether you may think yourself fashion savvy or not, what you wear, those are clothes, that's part of fashion. So, and it's going to be around forever. This is an industry that is constantly thriving. It's going to do nothing but grow. So, and it's a very big industry that can do its part to the environment. Because of its size, of its magnitude. So, if a lot of designers out there, or even shoppers, fashionistas, all decide to take a greener approach to things, they are actually doing their part. Okay, for spring or for me? For me, my staples, be it spring, summer, whichever year, is jeans is a must. You need your jeans. You need your white shirt. These are the staple basics. After that, you want to accessorize, you go on, continue however you want. Jeans, white shirt, for me, white singlet, a good pair of ballet flats. Start off with one, and then eventually, when you become obsessed like me, you'll have several pairs. And also high heels. High heels to me is a must. So, be it platforms, wedges, stiletto pumps, open toe, you need a good pair of heels. So for me, no matter what the season, those are the basics you should go with. Oh, and dresses. I know as cliche as it may sound, but the little black dress, it may not be little sometimes. It's it's a midi, it's long, it's short. But those are things that you really need in your wardrobe. Okay, continue shopping. Continue being yourself when it comes to choosing styles and trends. You may see some really awesome trend on the catwalk by some famous designer, but it may not necessarily work for you. What you do is you take little elements and blend it with your already existing style. Don't take something exactly. If denim's in, but you wear long denim skirts, go with that instead. Or, opt for a denim jacket over a normal dress or something like that. So always blend a little bit of you with the trends.